is married to Portia De Rossi from ABC's hit show Better Off Ted. Check your local listings. A. James Earl Jones. B. Ellen DeGeneres. C. Abigail Breslin. D. Tyra Banks.
I'm going to say Ellen DeGeneres.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Her to get the Skywriter and it was that's very special, and I had no idea what to get her at all, because what do you get, the woman who has everything, and by everything I mean me. But
some mushrooms, which I like in the chili, but they're optional if you hate mushrooms.
Portia doesn't like mushrooms.
She's not a big fan.
I've never had them in our chili. You haven't made chili with mushrooms, have you?
They were in there, but I didn't tell her.
Oh.
Yeah. I snuck them in. I love mushrooms. I'm a big fan.
I do too, but
yeah. Okay,
she
black beans.
Didn't know either, 'cause she
you could
loved
use
it.
pinto, and then one of these packages of taco seasoning.
All right.
Which gives it that nacho cheese flavor. Okay.
Do you use packet stuff for us at home?
No. No, I make this stuff. Yeah. No, my God, I work so hard. So.
I'm tired. I'm tired because last night, here's what happened. About to go to bed, and I had already washed my face and brushed my teeth and set my curler in my hair, and then, so Portia and I walked back to the kitchen because someone called and told us our refrigerator was running. So we walked to the kitchen, and it wasn't. I don't know what they were thinking. And so we're walking back to the bedroom, and we passed the living room, and I looked at it, and for some reason, out of nowhere, I realized, there's a better way for that furniture to be arranged. It's just not, and it's been like that for 2 years, but somehow I was like, the flow isn't right, the feng shui is off, the feng is there, and the shui is here, and so I decided to switch things up, and I looked at Portia like, I'm going to need to rearrange some things, and she looked at me because she's seen that look before, so she gave me a look like, you're going to want to do it now, aren't you? And so I gave her a look like, yeah, and then she gave me a look like, okay, and then I gave her a look like, watch out behind you, and then she looked behind her, but there was nothing there. I just gave her that look. Anyway, so she gave me a look like, but anyway, so about an hour later, because we looked at each other like that for a little while, and then it was 10 o'clock, which is already past my bedtime. Portia and I started moving furniture around in the living room. But you know how that is. Every once in a while, you just look at something and you think, what if that was over here instead? But then it's like a house of cards, because you move one thing and then you have to move something else, because, maybe the lamp is going to clash with your statue of Beyonce. Or, you have to, whatever you have. But anyway, so I thought it was going to be just a few small things, but it turned out to be everything. It was just, and it wasn't a great idea, because y'all know my back is more delicate than a dandelion, and that's why I made Portia lift the heavier things. And but you know what? I'll tell you what. A grand piano is not bad if you lift with your knees. You have to lift. I kept saying, lift with your knees. And she's from the outback. She's fine. She is strong as an ox, that Australian. And so I brought that from home. So
you did?
Yeah,
what
that's
are you
mine.
doing with this? I thought you had your own person now.
Yeah.
You're still fantasizing about me?
It's just decoration, Dolly. It's just in the living room. I'm married to an Australian, and basically we're pretty much the same, I think, except she eats with a boomerang, which is weird. It's a gigantic thing.
Let's see, some wife beaters, but I know you don't beat your wife.
No.
So,
Actually, this is what Portia gave me for Christmas, and I told her I didn't want anything. I said her love was enough for me, and thank goodness she didn't fall for that rigmarole. So this is awesome. This is a Segway X2, and so she got it for me because we just bought a farm, and it has a bunch of hills, and because of my back, she thought this would be safer for me to go up and down hills and not hurt my back instead of walking. Actually, she got tired of pulling me in a little red cart that she had a wagon that I would... There's only 8 more days until my birthday. It's
exciting.
Which means I still have time to heal before Portia gets me my next gift.
Yes.
No, she feels so bad. I don't want to give her a hard time. So first we drove to Santa Barbara and stayed at a friend's house until they found out and came home. And then we drove to a place called Big Sur. Have you ever been to Big Sur? It is so beautiful, and it's a long drive. It's longer than I had originally figured on, and I am the designated driver because I am, and I love to drive. It's a beautiful, beautiful drive, and you know who else thought it would be beautiful? Everybody else. But then, you know, I cut over to the coast, and because it's so beautiful, but I couldn't look because I was driving, and Portia couldn't look because she was getting car sick, and crazy out there.
Yeah, it's raining heavily out there, yeah.
It's pouring, pouring, pouring. I stepped in a giant puddle outside my house last night. I could not believe how big it was.
Wow.
And then Portia said, that's our pool. And I watched the hoarders last night, as a matter of fact, and on Portia's side in the bathroom, she opened the drawer, and I was like, oh my God, you're a hoarder of lotions. She has lotions and makeup, and it is just, it's crazy. And I was like, throw that away, there's only that much left. She goes, no, that's going to be good for a while. Here are a few interesting facts about Australia. The unofficial national bird is the emu, but the official national flower is the bloomin' onion. The country was founded by England as a monarchy, which means they have a royal family, and the current Queen of Australia is Portia De Rossi. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the weekend, because number one, Sunday is Portia's birthday, so happy birthday. And I can't believe they're doing this to celebrate Portia's birthday. The Grammys are on Sunday as well.
So how's married life?
Married life is fantastic. She won't see this show, but
That's okay. She's gorgeous. She's such a lucky girl, and so are you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very happy. Now, wait a minute.
Am I heavy?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You're my brother. We had to watch the Super Bowl because it's the Saints, and I was so excited, so I made Portia watch with me. It was just the two of us because we were going to go to a party, then we were going to have people over, and I was like, because we don't know how much we'll get into it, let's just not commit. Let's just, me and you, watch. So neither of us knew anything about the game, so she's asking me while we're watching, like, how many points when you get a touchdown? I said 7. And she said, really? I said, I don't know. And so then we'd be watching, and she'd say, it says second down. Does that mean that's the second time they fell down? I said, no, second down is how many, I guess they can play 4 times, but then she goes, well, what's the and 10? I said, I think that's 10 yards, so you get a first. And she goes, and how many firsts can you get? I said, I don't know. So we were, the two of us watching, we had no idea. But then we were just so into it and screaming and yelling and cheering. And the whole time I was picturing Mama there because she went to the game with Andy Zener. I'm like, you're in that energy. How fun must that be to be in that energy? And it was just emotional because then after when the Saints won, Portia and I were crying and hugging each other going, oh my God, I can't believe this. And because the Super You just get in, even if you don't like football, you get into it. I got so excited when the Saints won, I dumped a bucket of ice water in Portia's head. I was, some of the socks fit tightly, and last night I took my socks off and I had these deep rings around my ankles, like these lines, and I showed Portia, I was like, look at the lines on my ankles, and she's like, look at the road while you're driving. And here's my typical weekend. First thing I do, quietly, I remove Portia's Breathe Right strip. And then... she snores like a sailor. And so, about 5 o'clock, and that's when Portia and I will hit the early bird special somewhere. It doesn't matter where. We love to eat early, and we meet a lot of 80-year-olds. And so then we come home. We're in bed by 9 o'clock, and I wait for Portia to fall asleep, and I sneak a Breathe Right strip right over her nose. Just anytime. You know I love sharing things with you and tell you what's going on with me, so I want to tell you that Portia and I have been trying to conceive. A better layout for our kitchen because when we're chopping, when we turn, it doesn't make sense. So much, and Portia, I love you. Thank you.